get to podcast.
Let's get to podcasting. All right, here we go.
I feel like
All
we
right.
need like a cool intro to like a YouTube video,
We do. All right, so.
like a 2010 kind of intro, like
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Like some biggies.
some loud ass music.
Oh, that'd be great. What do we need? What we need to do?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
We need to introduce ourselves.
We need to introduce ourselves. Yeah, so I'm Core. I'm the B in BCS. Lucas Core. You can call me Lucas. You can call me Core. Like an apple core. People call me Corey, but it's Core. You go ahead.
I'm Tyler Reese. I'm the S, right?
Yep.
S in BCS, and we're missing our C. He dipped out on us tonight for his woman, which is
Not his woman, apparently.
not woman, but not his woman. I don't know. It's like,
It's a confusing mess. I mean,
but we'll introduce him. Keith Stewart. He's supposed to be right here if he ever gets on this podcast. He wasn't even wanting to buy the mic, so
it might just be me and Tyler, and he might just come on sometimes.
it may just be the BS show.
That's pretty good.
That's not a bad name.
I like that. You want to take the C out right now? Yeah, I think we have to.
He's losing his spot until he gets back.
Yeah, we'll keep the C on the table for him, though.
Yeah, we love the guy.
We do.
Anyway,
We love him.
did we say his name?
Keith Stewart. Yeah,
Keith Stewart, baseball player at Central. Great guy. We love him to death. But
Great guy.
he tonight I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
Me either.
He sent me a picture of him laying up with, I'm not gonna name drop, but old girl, and that was that.
That was that.
She goes to Frederick Douglass, don't she?
Yeah.
He told us earlier. He was at where was he at? Furniture store?
Yeah, he was at the Sims furniture store, I think.
Whoa.
Furniture. Or maybe the at-home store. I
But
don't
he was
know.
all by himself. He was all by himself, and we're like, Keith, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm up here in Lexington. And I'm like, I told him, I said, there's no way you're in Hamburg by yourself. And he sends us a video, he's all by himself. And he's like, she's getting her nails done right now. He's like, I'm waiting on her.
And then me and Tyler like, of course. You should just, like, because
Right,
he argued
just start
for the
out
whole
with that.
time that he was not going up to Lexington to hang with a girl.
Right, like he defended himself, and then he's an idiot.
He's
Keith Stewart,
stupid.
I can't cuss on here. Keith Stewart, you are an idiot.
Idiot. Yeah, you are a dumb donkey, man. Like, like, I mean, like, I don't understand. I mean, what did he do the other day that kind of just, I don't know. He did something real stupid, and I was like, what are you doing? No, so get this. So our football team has been good in these past few years.
We suck this year.
We won against GRC.
Tonight?
16-13 tonight.
Wow.
We're putting it together finally, but it's too late
What are
in the
we,
season.
like 3-6?
We're like 3-6. Yeah, we're terrible. But so we're sitting in the
Rocket
stands,
Wheels,
and we're
baby.
actually winning a game at this point. And or was this the Southern game? I think
The Southern game was the one that we all went to, the one we got pictures at.
Is that the one he did the speeches at? Or you
Speeches.
I guess so. That was a different game.
Was this the homecoming game you're talking about?
This was the homecoming
I
game.
wasn't there. I was working on my little car.
Yeah, and so he's over here giving a speech, and so don't get me wrong, like, we have a great student section, like, our student crowd is great, but there are also families around.
Yeah.
He was not family appropriate at all. Like, before we started this podcast, I had to sit him down, and not really sit him down, but we were talking, and I was like, you have to make sure you watch your tone and your language, like, because he's bad for that.
We're all bad about it, but
yeah, he will publicly do it. Like, he was screaming it. Like, my mom could hear him like 3 sections down, and we have our sections are huge.
Yeah.
So the fact that my mom could hear him 3 sections down is insane.
Keith, get better.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
get better. All right, Tyler, tell us about your little Pimpmobile.
My Pitmobile, it's a 1986 Cutlass Supreme.
You keep talking. I'm gonna go get a pop.
All right. There's Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Sprite.
Thanks.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, 1986 Cutlass Supreme. Cool little car. It's just a roller. I've got $4,500 in it.
How much you buy it for?
16.
16.
And now I put another $2,900 in it. But I bought a 5.3 for it. I bought a 4L60 transmission. Any car people will know what I'm talking about. But it's gonna be cool. Just give it time. I've had the car since late July. Just give it time.
I mean, this thing is white. The seats
Silver.
are red. It's silver.
I mean, you got it completely wrong.
Shut up.
It's silver. The seats are navy blue. The interior's like almost perfect. Like it's in pieces, but all the pieces are perfect. There's no rips or tears in the seats. It's gonna be a cool car. And when it gets done, after everybody's hating on me about it, just prove everybody wrong.
Exactly. I mean, that's what they say.
I'm pretty sure you said it. What you told me earlier before we got on the podcast is that it effing sucked. So
I did.
I don't want to hear you come back on my side now.
No, I mean, I know whenever it gets done, I'm gonna ask him to give me a ride in it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
I gotta hate on it right now because I saw it had no wheels on it. Didn't have an engine in it.
I took the rotors and the brakes off of it. And
It had no wheels on it. Yeah, I mean,
it
doesn't help your
I had
case
it
that they
lifted.
were.
I had it lifted up to take the brakes off.
I mean,
of
I think he had bricks. He was laying on bricks.
It was laying on jack stands, which is a jack stand.
I know what a jack stand is. I've used them before. I swear I thought I saw him with bricks. I don't know, but I mean, he showed me the inside. He was like, "Look how cool this is." Don't get me wrong. The seats were comfy, but they were dusty. I mean,
it's a 37-year-old.
Clean it,
dude. Give me time. I'm worried about getting the motor in it, not the seats.
Well, you texted me like a month ago, and you're like, "I'm getting the engine put in. If you want to come with me."
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I thought that was a month.
And that's
ago.
because Robbie, the guy I was on the phone with, that I asked that.
Is that the guy that we were? We were making fun of him being.
This
a
is
drug
the guy.
dealer.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an actual drug dealer.
He's not.
Okay.
Well, actually, let me not disclose that on.
He's
the
not.
internet.
He is not.
He is not a dope dealer. I promise. The feds, don't go looking for him. It's okay.
Not a dope dealer. He just lays off everything but dope. I'm just kidding.
We're kidding. Strictly joking. Sorry, Rob. But anyways, he's a big car guy. He doesn't, he works for my dad, and then everything after that's cars. And he makes a crap ton of money doing it. And he told me, he's like, because I was working on sales.
Is he making money from the cars or the? Go ahead.
Both. But I was working on selling the car, and then he texts me. He's like, "Let's get it together. Let's get the car together." And it's not even. It's my dad I'm waiting on, because he's getting me a torque converter so I can put everything together.
I think he told me that.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for the part to come in, and then once the part comes in, then we're good. Get the car up to Berea.
Yeah.
And then from then on, it'll go smooth. It should at least. But,
I mean, you got to get it done though.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
How
Winter project.
How much is gas going to cost on that thing?
It's just 87. It's 303 right now.
Well, miles per gallon.
Oh, miles per gallon. It's miles per gallon, right? Something like that. You ever heard that? Smiles per gallon?
Smiles per gallon.
Gallons per mile.
Gallons per mile.
It shouldn't be too bad. It's the same motor that's in my truck. And in my truck, I get 14. But my truck's also a lot heavier than that car is, too.
Yeah, that is true. So, I mean, you might have...
I should be all right.
I think you could at least get 20 miles a gallon.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Or maybe 20 miles a gallon. Never heard about that.
I'm just gonna do burnouts all the time.
I want to... Whenever I went through I don't want to say a depressive state, but when something bad happened in my life, my first decision was that I was going to go do donuts in the church parking lot.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I never thought to do that when I got mad. I never was like, I'm going to go do donuts in the church parking lot. But, I mean, everybody has their own thing.
To be clear, I never did those donuts.
You just thought about it.
I just thought about it, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Mom, I promise I didn't do them because I was responsible.
Miss Stephanie.
Miss Stephanie. No.
He's been doing donuts in the school parking lot.
I've not been doing donuts.
Church parking lot.
No, I did not do donuts because I was responsible, and I texted one of my buddies and said, "Hey," one of my car buddies, and I was like, "Hey, how do you do donuts?" He said, "Dude, let's go to Taco Bell." So that's what we did. We went and got Taco Bell. And then, I don't know. That was a good night. I know. Yeah, I mean, I remember I went to church and got Taco Bell. And then went to his house and played Mario Kart and then Wii Sports. Yeah.
Sounds better than doing donuts in the parking lot.
honestly, I still kind of have the urge to do donuts in the parking lot.
Let's go do it, man. I mean, there's a church right down the
Well,
road.
you have to wet the gravel before you do it. That's what he
You're
told
gonna
me.
do donuts in gravel?
I mean, not gravel, on concrete.
It'd probably make it easier, make it slick.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if I gas it too hard, my wheels will kind of what's it called? They won't get traction.
there's spin.
Yeah, they won't.
That's
get
what
traction.
you want when you're doing
I
burgers
know.
or donuts.
I know. So I know, but the water would help.
Yeah. Let's talk about what this podcast is gonna be about.
Yeah, we should.
That's
probably
what we
talk
should
about
get
that.
into. You know.
So yeah, I think I was the one who came forward about the idea about the podcast, right?
Yeah, it was all really kind of just random. It happened in one night. Core's like, let's start a podcast. And, then we started looking at equipment and, this and that. And, when we were looking at it, it was the Amazon Prime Day and everything was on sale. And we were just sitting there and we're like, if we're going to do it, now's the time.
Yeah, because if we don't, and here's the thing too, like, there's been so many times I've talked to my buddies about like, hey, let's do a podcast, and it never came to fruition. And now
That's
the
a big
fact
word.
that it has, I felt smart using it too. Now the fact that it has, it's pretty awesome because like we got this whole setup. I mean, the mics were $40. The camera was
$115.
It was free.
It was free. Thank you, Josh Reese.
Thank you. You the man. But yeah, I mean, this whole thing, it's been pretty awesome. I mean, but like, this is the first time we're recording.
And this has happened in a matter of 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, wait, no, we ordered it. It's Friday, isn't it?
We ordered it Wednesday.
Yeah, my mic came in one day.
Amazon Prime, baby. It works wonders.
It does. Yeah. I mean, it was super exciting too because I got like these like little mics for like gym vlogs, and we did something like that yesterday. I haven't posted TikTok yet, but it's coming. It'll be there. That's where you guys can see Keith. Check out the core is a_4, and you can see that TikTok. It's pretty fun.
Core is a 4.
Core is a 4, or just type in KOHER, and I should pop up. I'm in a mirror picture, and the room is purple. So
we
dang, sorry, we're watching the game.
Colorado and Stanford.
Yeah, Colorado's blown them out, 22-0 halftime. I mean not halftime, second quarter.
I like the whole idea behind Colorado and Coach Prime and everybody, but I think it's all just blowing smoke.
Yeah, I mean,
because they suck,
You got to be honest. I mean, he has like turned the whole program around though. It's pretty awesome.
And not even talking about like even just football, just the whole school. Like he's brought so much. Like look at the school. Like they.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they barely even like had any tickets last year, from what I heard.
Yeah, now every game sold out or.
I mean, they signed him for $51 million, and they didn't even have the money to do that, but he made up for it with like tickets.
Right.
Because like they're already making money off of it.
That's why I turned the TV on.
Yeah, just keep it going.
Yeah. But yeah, just three seniors in high school.
Yeah, 3 seniors in high school. It'll probably be 2, honestly.
Don't say that. He's gonna be in here.
I mean, he'll be in here some, but I have a feeling we'll stick it out more than he will. He's got baseball, so I mean, you can't blame him for it.
He ain't got that much baseball. I mean, it don't start till what, spring?
Well, he's got baseball, Girl Up and Lex, and then
I'm already sick of her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, me too.
And if she says that the podcast is stupid, then Keith won't do it at all.
I know. And I'm a little worried that's going to happen.
He falls in love too quick. We have no room to talk at all.
That's
but Keith's been through it so many times. He is on a broken record.
I know, he is.
Like, he does the same thing over and over and over again. He gets attached within like 4 days.
Yeah.
And then something goes wrong after 2 weeks, and it's like, oh, back to it.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. He'll fall in love 4 days. He'll drop them 2 weeks later, and then he'll fall in love again in another.
I tried to get him with, I'm not gonna name drop, but like.
Hey, look at me. Oh yeah.
I tried to get him with her, and
she just turned him down.
No, she didn't turn him down. He gave up on it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How'd you hear about that?
Because he's like, I can't do it. He's like, I'm on my pimp stuff. And
now he's with Tess.
Yeah, and I'm like, Keith, you're not a pimp,
No,
that's not who you are. You get attached easier than the rest of us do.
I mean, I can't say anything because, I mean, me and Jaden started talking and just like texting each other and stuff like that. And I mean, I got attached real quick.
Yeah, I did the same thing with Alyssa. But
I mean, we also are sticking it out.
we're sticking it out, yeah. They were talking, Keith and her, were talking about hanging out. And, I did the work for Keith. I was telling him what to say. 2 in the morning phone call. Hey, what do I say to her? And, we did it. And it worked. And they were like, we're going to hang out. And then they never hung out. Keith gave it like 3 days. And, they both have busy schedules. I get it. But, like, Keith, bro, no shot.
Yeah.
There's no shot. And then earlier, I tried calling him, because originally we were going to do this tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing it tonight. And I call him, and 2 rings, and he gives me the FU button and sends me a picture of him laying with her. And I'm like,
This guy.
Well, what happened to, like, what's it, bro code?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
There is no such thing.
I guess not with him. So I'm about to give Tyler some news. I'm spending the night, actually.
Are you?
Yeah, I decided to.
I thought you was going home, cuz.
I did too, but it's 11:30, and I'm not meeting Jaden anymore, so I guess...
How'd she feel about that? Was she mad? Oh, she's definitely pissed.
Wait, what?
Was she mad?
Jaden, no, she said, "Oh, I would not be able to do it if you had practiced for like 4 hours like I did." Hold on, I'm going to read this to you guys, and let's see if this makes sense.
I hope Jaden doesn't see this.
"Oh, I would not be able to do it if you had practiced for 4 hours like I did."
Give some backstory on that, because they have no clue what you're talking about.
I don't have any backstory.
Like, what were y'all talking about before that?
Nothing.
She had a 4-hour cheer practice.
She said, "Good night, I love you." And then, "Oh, I would not be able to do it if you had practiced for 4 hours like I did."
Just say what? With a question mark? Like,
I
what
said,
now?
"What do you mean?" But the thing is, I think she went to sleep.
Probably. She gonna leave you on a little cliffhanger.
"Oh, I would not be able to do it if you had practiced for 4 hours like I did." Oh, I get it now. She's saying she wouldn't be able to so whenever so we were at Boondogs. That's a restaurant in the back roads of Fayette County, and she had practice starting at 5, and it is 9:15, and I look at Tyler and I'm like, dude, I miss her or something like that.
Dude,
like,
I'm having withdrawals.
Yes, I was like, I'm having withdrawals from this woman, and
pitiful.
And
That's
so,
pitiful.
Like, she's had these practices before, but like, she texts me like 20 seconds later and says, "Hey, just got out of practice," something like that. And I said, "I missed you. I'm having withdrawals." And she goes, "From what?" Like, I'm a drug addict. Like, I'm a drug addict. And I was like, "You?" And she goes, "Oh, I missed you too."
And dude,
but yeah, let's tell them about the hospital run. Let me tell it. It's my side of the story. So Jaden's family.
How does this have any? We weren't even talking. You weren't even talking to Jaden yet.
I'm gonna apologize to Jaden's family really quickly. I promise I'm not a bad man. I just had a bad moment. You can ask Tyler. Tyler, did I just have a bad moment?
It was a bad moment. It was a rough night for Core. First, he's just a lightweight, and that's
I'm not
really,
okay. Hold
that's
on.
really the story. Is he's just a lightweight. And,
no, hold on. So I am an undiagnosed person that we think has Crohn's disease. We're not for sure yet. I have a doctor's appointment for it at Cincinnati Children's December 22nd to kind of get it rolling and
right before Christmas.
And get the process going. And at this point, I was a few days into what is called a flare-up, which is anything I eat makes me sick. At this point, I'd probably already lost 5 pounds out of the 15 pounds I lost that month. And so, I think it's a grand idea, fresh off of a breakup, to, hey boys,
let's get some drinks. Let's get together.
Let's get some drinks.
Is what I was told.
And so we get some drinks, we get together, and we got like 2 Mike's Hards, 3 beat boxes.
We had Mountain Dew seltzers was the main thing, and we had some teas.
Yeah.
Just pansy drinks. Nothing
Pan-
manly.
yeah, like
just
nothing manly.
fruity little drinks.
Well, so of course I get the Mike's Hard, and it's not like the little seltzer.
It's the tall boys.
It's the tall boys.
And the first thing he does is chug it.
And I chugged that I didn't shotgun it, but I chugged it in like
A couple minutes. Just
yeah.
You
So
know, that's a lot of alcohol. Those things are pretty.
was
I think they're high in percentage. I'm not a big alcohol guy.
I think
but
they're more of like a sugary thing, so they kind of make you sick. They also make you feel like a Four Loko.
yeah.
And so we're doing that, and then I drink a Twisted.
You drank like 3 Twisteds.
Did I really?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
So, Mom, I might have lied to you because I thought I only had
Miss
like.
Stephanie, I'm sorry. Like, we're gonna give you the truth now. You can let him have it later.
Yeah, I mean, she already did my pressure washer work for it.
Yeah.
So, I guess, and then I know I drink 2 seltzers.
There may have been more than that. I don't know.
Maybe.
I know you shotgunned one in my
shotgunned
shower.
one in the shower. I shotgunned that thing in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And so.
And I think that's what made you sick the most.
That might have been what made me sick the most.
Because those things were nasty as it was.
I'm
Like,
trying
as
to
it
think.
is, they just were nasty.
I kind of liked them.
Well.
Okay, well, so.
Well, they just did. Like, they just tasted like. They didn't taste like alcohol. They tasted like Diet Pop.
That is true.
Because they had no sugar in them.
I guess I said I liked it for an alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
Well,
it wasn't bad.
What else did we have? Oh, and I drank like half of a beatbox.
Which are super. Like, they're like 12% alcohol. Like.
I guess I drank a lot.
You drank a good amount. I say you're lightweight, but you drank more than me and Keith did. But by the end of it, you were passed out right there on that corner of the couch.
Snuggling some, like, where did that thing even come from?
I don't know.
Like
I think it was my sister's.
How did I get that?
It may have been downstairs, but I have no clue. But also, I think what made you sick is
the candy I ate and the zebra cakes and all that.
That and you know
Papa John's.
we got pizza that night from Mad Mushroom after we left the gym. I don't know if you remember this, but
no.
Mad Mushroom, we got pizza. You got wings, and it came in a
No.
I
remember.
You got wings, and we sat here. You know, we stayed up till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and we got the wings at like 6:37, and 3:30, 4 o'clock rolls around, and you're munching on wings. So if anything was gonna make you sick, especially alcohol included, would have been some going on 12-hour-old wings.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
chicken can make you really sick.
Yeah, and so, you know, I fall asleep. Wake up the next morning.
Oh, God.
And I was like, all right. I wasn't feeling that bad at this point. And I was like, okay, I probably need some water. Like, I just had a...
Like, I'm just hungover, you know.
Yeah,
it happens.
Just feeling it. So, instead of slowly drinking the water, I chugged the whole bottle. And so I sit down, and Keith has been awake for probably about an hour at this point.
I wasn't up yet. I wanted my
You were out till like 11.
I wanted my sleep. I stayed up till 5. I was the last one to sleep. I stayed up till almost 5 or 6.
He woke up to me puking in the toilet.
Dude walks in my room. Yo, get up.
And so I wake up and like American Sniper's on. And I was like, oh, I like this. I want to watch this. Like, I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it. So I'm watching it after I drink this water. And I'm like, oh, no. I need to go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom and I immediately just start puking. It was so bad. And at this point, it is 8 a.m.
Yeah, and you puked from... Oh, my bad.
And so I get up, I get done puking that up, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna sip some water now. So this time I truly do sip it, and 3 minutes later I'm back on the toilet, and I do not leave until 11:30. I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, I'm feeling sick, and like telling her all of it, and my mom goes, okay, be honest with me. Have you guys been drinking?
You told her no, didn't you?
No, Mom. Who do you think I am? Like, I'm just sick. Like,
I just woke up sick.
Just woke up sick. Like, come on, Mom. Like, and I was like, but I can't keep anything down. Like, and so I've been puking for so long, or trying to puke, that I'm don't have any fluids in me. My stomach is killing me. Like, I was trying to talk to my mom and started crying because of how much pain I was in. And that's when I decided, I was like, all right, I need to go to the ER.
So I get up. Finally, I get up out of bed. Jesus.
Boo.
I get up out of bed, and Core's in the kitchen right here. He's like, "Dude, I need you to take me to the hospital." And I'm like, "What? Like what?" He's like, "My mom's gonna meet you there. I need you to take me to the hospital." So we get in the truck. Core gets in the back seat. I'm worried he's just gonna make a freaking mess in my truck.
You're missing part of the story.
Which part am I missing?
So before we leave, Tyler's packing his stuff, and I call my ex's mom.
Oh, yeah.
She is the ER manager, and I'm like, hey, and tell her the whole story, and I'm like, this is why I'm sick. I just don't want my mom to know, and I think if I come and get help, I need you guys to know. And she texts me when I get to the hospital, and she's like, you need to tell your mom so we can properly treat you.
Yeah, because your
and
mom's
so
gonna give consent.
before we walk in, I was like, okay, Mom, I got to keep it real with you. We drank. And so she was
I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm not a bad influence, I promise.
She knows you're not now. It's funny because when I talk about you, or like to anybody, she's like, he's a really good kid, which is really funny because he's the one that got drunk with Lucas. But he's still just a great kid.
Hey, in my defense, it was Core's idea.
It was not my idea. No,
it was Core's idea to get some drinks. And I just went along with it. I had never drank before. That was the first time I had ever had alcohol in my life.
It was not my idea. It was Keith's idea. It was a joint effort here. It was a joint effort.
We can say it was a group effort if it makes you feel better.
And so, and she's like, yeah, I'm not stupid, Lucas. Like, I know that. And she like takes me in anyway. And so it was a good thing that we went in because, they give me my IV. They do all these tests on me. Yeah. They come back. And I have the amount of enzymes in my liver that an alcoholic has.
Yeah, buddy.
So, yeah, and like everything else was fine. I was just like feeling sick, and I couldn't hold anything down. So if I drank water and with some medicine, like I would have puked it up. It wouldn't have helped anyway. So I kind of needed that IV fluid so I could feel better. But like, man, that was terrible. That was a bad day.
Haven't drank since.
No, I have not drank since, and I do not plan on drinking.
It's not worth it, dude. Last night I had a drink.
It was offered by his dad, and it was just a small drink.
We shouldn't tell the world that my dad's giving me alcohol. May cut that part out.
And it's okay. If it makes you feel any better, my dad's done the same thing. Like last year I was at a wedding, he gave me some alcohol.
Well.
Does that make you feel better?
Sure.
Okay.
But anyways, because, all this stuff in the world is going on. And everybody thought today that just the world was just going to go. Just everything was going to hit the fan.
Yeah.
So I told him last night, I was like, we may have one last chance to crack a cold one together, And he didn't have any beer, so he got the bourbon out. And I went and got my little glass that this lady for work made for me. Got my custom name on it. Cool glass. Yeah. Anyways, he pours a shot of bourbon in there. And, I'm not a big drinker. I've drank less than I can count on my hands,
Yeah.
And he mixes it with some like sweet tea I have up in the fridge, and I drink it like that, and it literally just tastes like.
That's what I did at the wedding.
Awful. Like it was sweet, like the Arnold Palmer stuff mixed with a shot of bourbon.
You didn't like that?
It literally it was. I don't know. His definition.
You're wild.
His definition of a shot is like a triple shot.
What's wrong with that?
So it was like half the glass. The glass. Let me grab the glass. Hold on, it's sitting over here.
Jaden's parents, my family.
We apologize. I hope my mom doesn't see this.
Well, so I have repented for my sins, and I know we all make mistakes, and I have unfortunately had to learn the hard way from my mistakes. I have been punished correctly by my mom. She made me do a whole power washing job, pressure washing. I had to do the back deck. I had to do the front sidewalk. Yeah. I promise I've not had very, very many run-ins with alcohol. I haven't had any run-ins with drugs. And so, Yeah, like I promise I've learned from my mistakes, and
We are mature young men.
we have grown to be young men, and yes, we Tyler is of course drinking responsibly, I guess you could say.
Of course.
Show him
Let me
the.
show you. All right, so the glass, you know, it's got my custom little.
Am I out of view right there?
You're perfect.
All right.
Got the TR on it, and Dad's version of a shot is about half full. It's a pretty big glass, so he fills it about half full with bourbon, and then puts half of sweet tea. So if you can
Ain't nothing
imagine,
wrong with that.
if you can imagine right there, it doesn't taste like tea at all. It just tastes like if I licked that piece of wood that you see right there, and that's all it tastes like. It just tastes like a barrel, which I get that's what bourbon is, but
So when I was in Belize, they don't ID down there. They see the money. Yeah, I went out of country
and
this
they're
year.
like,
The drinking age is also 18.
yeah,
I'm 17 years old.
you get a pass.
They don't care. So, and I probably ordered 2 drinks down there. I ordered a pina colada. Okay, two different types of drinks. Ordered a pina colada, and I got like 2 or 3 Jack and Cokes.
Yeah.
That was it. I love a Jack and Coke. I figured that out.
Oh, there's Jack Daniels up there.
No, we're not drinking.
Up in the
We are not
fridge.
drinking. I'm not touching alcohol again. Like I might touch a bottle like to move it, but I'm not drinking alcohol again.
I'm not a bad influence, I promise.
You're sounding like one.
Well, you said there's
I was just
Jack
talking about how
Coke,
good
and
of a
there's
kid
one up in
you
the
are.
freezer. It reminded me that it was up there.
I was just talking about how good of a kid you are.
I am a good kid, man. I don't listen. I'm not an alcoholic. I promise. I've drank 3 times, and that's it.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
And last night, there was a lot of alcohol in that little glass, and I drank about half of it.
Yeah.
And I could feel it. Because I'm just not used to alcohol.
I will have to say that when I was at that wedding, I probably had like 3 shots of bourbon. I was feeling it.
Yeah. And I was sitting there and I was like, because I wasn't like, I didn't feel drunk, but I felt just like tired. I felt my eyes get heavy. I'm like, what in the world? Like, what am I doing? So I did that. Like when I felt that, I poured the rest of the drink out and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Done. I'm going to bed.
The world didn't end today. So
the world did not end today.
He still got his chances. All right. So if the world is going to end, right?
Yeah.
What is your first move?
I need like a scenario. Like, is this something that
You're given 2 hours. Okay. Gaza just released a nuclear weapon that's going to hit Lexington, Kentucky. You have 2 hours.
2 hours. Jeez, dude.
I know my answer.
I think I know mine. I mean, I'm just gathering up everybody I love. The woman, mom, family, any close family, my grandma. Probably take everybody to the farm. We've got a little bunker. That's our best chance, I guess. But yeah, just gather everybody up, spend what may be my last moments with everybody, take it all in, Because, Dad wants to go out fighting. But, if something were to happen like that...
You can't fight a nuclear missile.
You can't fight that. So, at one point, you just got to stop and just... What a catch. Anyways, at some point, you just got to stop and you just got to, let it unfold on its own.
Yeah.
Make sure you're right with God. Make sure you know where you're going,
Yeah.
And, that's how it's been my last 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
Go do some burnouts.
Yeah. You gotta do those burnouts.
Go do some burnouts. What about you? You seem to have it figured out.
I think my first move was come see you, tell you I love you. And then,
Yeah, like when I say family, like you and Keith are included in family.
Yeah, hopefully Keith is over here, but if he's not,
he'll probably be with his woman.
I'll shoot him a call. Like, hey Keith, I just want you to know I love you. Hope to see you in heaven. And then I think on the way home, I'd go see Jaden and tell her I love you.
I'd take Jaden with you, you and your.
She needs to be with her family.
Why don't both of your families get together?
Because
I'd hate to be to me though, I couldn't do that.
I'd tell her I'd see her in an hour and a half.
Yeah, but I just it makes that makes sense, but I couldn't. like I couldn't do it with a good conscience. You know, if I have time left, I couldn't leave with a good conscience, knowing that that's gonna happen.
I know,
Like I feel
but
like if it
you
was
gotta let her have time with her family. I mean,
Yeah.
at the same, we've only been dating for a month.
right,
You know, like I gotta let her have her time with her family, but I have to come and let her know, like, I love you and I can't wait to see you in the place that we
right,
were made to call home.
right,
You know, so I think I come see her. I tell her I love her and that she means the world to me, and then I would go home and I would sit my family down and I think I'd read some scripture
yeah, for sure,
and then just be like, I love you guys.
yeah. I hope none of this happens. You know, Lord willing.
Yeah. Me either. I'm not.
I don't think Gaza has like nuclear capability. I don't think that's anything we have to worry about. But they're just some crazy mofos, just doing crazy stuff. And it's like some of it, you know, from Revelations or whatever, is like true.
I mean,
It's unfolding.
think
like,
about this too. It's all true.
Yeah,
Like everything in Revelation, everything in the entire Bible was true.
yeah,
It's scary.
it is for sure. But you know, we have the ability to stop it. Like at the end of the day, what's Hamas? Is that what it's called?
Hamas.
Gaza, Hamas. I think it's the same place. Whatever it is, there's a group of people. You know,
There's a group of people everywhere.
right? And these people just don't like us Christians, people that believe in Christ and whatever it may be. And like you know, what you've heard them say is like kind of like a Holocaust, like another one.
Holocaust 2.0.
Right. And, you know, what Dad was talking about earlier at the restaurant we was at, you know, we let people through borders or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, there's 350 or more million Americans. We outnumber them by far. So I think if it comes down to it, I think we're going to be just fine. You know, they are just people. Yeah. It's like ISIS, you know, and we shut down ISIS. Or like, you know.
And we'll do it again.
And we'll do it again. And drop the sun on them.
Dude,
I want to add like a drop the sun on them. Sun's a, but I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean we still got football.
We got football, baby. Oh, it's halftime. We don't even
yeah,
have football right now.
Yeah, we don't even have football right now. So we've already talked about the Colorado football team, haven't we?
Yeah.
Their Cinderella story. Who else is having a Cinderella story this year?
Not us.
No, I mean we were having one for a second there, but
we're 5-1. Georgia's just
they're beasts.
They're back-to-back national champions for a reason.
And they're going to be back-to-back-to-back. And we're UK fans, so
you know
I mean we're building. You know,
we're doing good for what we are.
Exactly.
We're 5-1. We're ranked. You know, it's better than we were 10 years ago.
Exactly, and we're going to beat Tennessee.
We might beat Alabama. We're going to beat Missouri tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to beat Missouri tomorrow. I think Missouri was like ranked 22nd.
They were. They're a tough team. They're a tough team, but we play. I think we're playing at home. Kroger Field's going to be packed. You know, as Mark Stoops said, I think everybody can get up and chug some beers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't, but somebody
I
could.
can.
I'm sure you could. We were talking about this earlier. This is a fun topic to talk about. Why don't you tell him about old boy that what did he say? He said, "I don't think you want to do that, man."
Oh, this guy. All right, my sister Brooklyn. You know, she's 15, and she's just now getting into a point where she likes boys. You know, she's like become interested in it, right?
Yeah. Well, so let me stop you right there, and let me say this. She looks at me and Tyler today, and this is like the first time I've ever talked to
her.
Yeah, what's her name?
Brooklyn.
That's so bad.
Come on.
And so, yeah, today was the first time I've ever really talked to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And so, because we were at dinner together, and she was talking, she only likes to hang out with her boyfriend once or twice a month.
That's a lie, dude. He was over at the house 2 or 3 times last week.
Liar.
She's a liar, but she's not very like emotional. Like
I can tell she's got a blank face.
She just doesn't have interest in like being around anybody.
Yeah, isn't there a song called Blank Face? Hold on.
It sounds like a Taylor Swift song.
I think it's Blank Space.
Yeah, that's a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, keep going.
But yeah, he's a good kid. Don't get me wrong. He's got a good future ahead of him. He plays football. You know, he's doing his thing. But he's from Michigan. He's a northerner. He's got that northern accent. He's got that northern.
Did you hear his mom calls him?
But I walk up to him the other day at my mom's house. We're having dinner together, and I'm just messing with him, just playing with him, trying to be friendly. And I grab him like right here, like under his lap, just from behind, just hey. And he turns around and he goes, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." And I'm like, "You SOB, listen here,
You son of a biscuit, man.
listen here, buddy." And he's like, what do you say? I'm going blank. I've been getting into wrestling. And in my head, because Brooke's standing right there, so I don't freak out about it. But in my head, I'm like, you're not bulletproof, like, at all. I don't care if you can wrestle. I don't care what you are. You're not bulletproof.
Well, he's saying this, and I was like, wait. I'm not going to say his last name. Last name. And then everybody's like, yeah, that's him. And I'm like, that kid, no, he's like a $120 probably. Like,
yeah.
Tyler's sister said he was like 140. I don't believe that.
I don't know. Well, he's like 5'11", but he's
just 5'11". He might be, but still.
He's lanky though. He's not built.
Lanky.
He's just slim.
I mean, but I haven't seen him in open mats.
He's at Southern now. Yeah.
Oh, I hope he's 140, because if he's 140, then I'll be going 140. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a Southern. I like to like, don't get me wrong, I like the kid. Like, he's great to Brooke.
He can be a good
He's super
kid.
sweet to Brooke. He's he does good for what he is. And but I don't know. It's just like Northerners, man. And like Alyssa's from Michigan, but I get along with it's a little different,
She's also she's lived down here for 2 years. I mean, but she's also kind of fallen to the habits that us Kentuckians.
Yeah, like she's like, it's funny because like she's into like when you talk about music, she's into like rock music,
Love that, yeah.
But I like who John Party is.
Yeah.
She never listened to him until I came around. And she's been sending me songs by him all day, and I'm just like, it's so funny to see how I rub off on you, you know. And she makes fun of the way I talk, and to me, I don't talk any kind of way because that's how everybody talks down here.
Yeah.
But she just makes fun of me, and I'm like, that's enough. Like
that's enough. That's it.
That's enough of that. And then she'll mock me, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I mean. I think I said something like, I think we were just talking, I was talking about engineering at the UK. I was talking about how good UK's engineering internships are. I guess my mom's accent just slipped out of me, and I went intern. And then Jaden automatically picks up on it. She goes, intern. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Dude,
like,
it's so, oh God, it eats me up, dude.
Yeah, me too. Because, I mean, I used to be like, country boy, I love
little bumpkin boy.
Yeah,
that's what she calls me too, is a bumpkin.
A bumpkin. I think you were telling me about that.
Gosh.
Bumpkin.
And I tell her, I'm like, you haven't seen a bumpkin. I was like, bumpkin is a lot different than what I am. I don't know how I would describe myself. I'm just a simple, very simple person.
You're not terribly country.
No, I mean, I just wear jeans.
You're not too city. Yeah, you're pretty much a city boy that works on cars and wears jeans and boots.
I wouldn't say I'm a city boy.
Not like city boy, but like...
We live in Richmond.
Like a small city boy that wears... I don't know.
I was raised up on a farm. I know how to do the farm things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a very simple person. And I tell her, I'm like, like, you haven't seen a bumpkin. I was like, a bumpkin is a flat bill hat with a squatted truck out in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we just get you a flatted hat, a flat bill hat. And,
go get me one, boys.
And let's squat your truck there, buddy.
Hold on.
You guys just wait for this. I mean, he's going to come in here, and he's going to look like a total bumpkin. We're just going to have to squat his truck after this. Let's see if I can see what he's putting on. You get one?
Hold on, I'm fixing my whole outfit up.
All right. It is 12 o'clock right now. he's changing his shirt right now. There he is.
Hey, what up, baby?
He is looking mighty fine.
Hey, what up, baby? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey. How you doing? How you doing?
Yep, I'm pretty good. How about you?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's not who I am. I'm gonna go put
No.
my t-shirt back on now.
I need to put this elevator music back on.
There's definitely like certain people that are mocking. You think the podcast will see me shirtless?
They might.
Not today.
Not today.
They don't deserve it. I love how we say they. We don't have anybody that's gonna like.
Hey, we got a subscriber.
Our subscribers are us.
Hey, we got a few Instagram followers.
You need to like cut this video up and like post some clips of it to the Instagram, like a reel.
That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, I have for sure had fun doing this video.
Yeah.
Doing this podcast.
You're gonna have a lot to edit.
I'm gonna have a lot to edit.
I hope your mic worked.
I'm hoping my mic worked too. We were having a problem with my mic at the beginning, and if it didn't work, I hope it picked up on Tyler's. And if it,
Mine's been working all night, baby.
Didn't work, I'm gonna be.
We will not be refilming this episode tonight.
No, we will not. We're probably gonna sit here, watch a good old movie.
Watch a good old movie. Not gay. Just watch a movie as friends.
I don't think anybody thought that was gay until you
Well,
said that. You just made that gay. Alright, well, so...
two guys sitting in a hot tub
I'm going
5
to-
feet apart because they're not gay.
So, I wanted to make this a routine thing whenever we end the podcast.
Prayer or Bible verse. Or...
Podcast is I want to say a prayer. I want to say a verse, and then I want to say a prayer. Just because why not? You know, I mean, we've all had our fair share of mistakes, and of course, we talked about the mistakes me and Tyler have made, and you know, we have definitely learned from them. Mom, Jaden's family, I promise, I am not a bad kid. Tyler is not a bad kid. We have just made our fair share of mistakes. I have learned from them. Tyler,
I've got a good verse to go with that.
Okay, you got a verse?
I do.
I think you say a verse, I say a verse, because I like the verse I have right now. But yeah, I mean, I think this is just a good way to end it off, and you know, I just want to let also my extended relatives know. I promise I've not gotten into that anymore. So, Tyler, you take it off, and then.
All right. In Hebrews 12:11, it says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it."
Okay, I like that.
That was my verse of the day the other day. It stuck with me.
So I love this verse. It says, "A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken."
Talked about that in church the other day.
Yeah, we did, and I just loved it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. But you know, let's end it off on a prayer, and then
Send her off, buddy.
send her off. All right. Dear Lord, come to you right now, and I want to just thank you for the ability for me and Tyler to come and talk on the podcast. You know, I pray that Keith makes it home or made it home safe already, and I pray that the next days you come, you bless us with you just keep doing your thing, God, and I pray that the viewers that have stuck it out this long, you know, just love it, and just thank you for those, and in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.